Investors grabbed near record 15.9% of home sales, according to the Associated Press. So, residential real estate bought by companies or institutions increased in the second quarter to 15.9% of all properties. And that's just below the record of 16% in the first quarter of 2020 before the pandemic. And that data set goes all the way back for the last 21 years, so to 2000, and it excludes purchases by small and individual investors. So, single family home sales, companies accounted for 16.1% of all purchases in 2021 in the second quarter. That's a major increase compared to 10 years ago. 10 years ago was 8.4%. So, large companies are buying more and more single family homes. So, investment funds previously bought up foreclosed and distressed homes in the late 2000s, and many of those properties were converted to rentals. The surging demand for rental housing has motivated Wall Street to stake its investment on renting single family homes rather than selling them. So, for some would-be home buyers frustrated by the priciest housing markets in decades, renting a house is the next best thing, and that's helping drive up rents. So, many companies do flip homes. iBuyers, such as these companies here, buy homes from sellers who want to sell their homes quickly, and they put the home back on the market and get a profit. So, investors bought, however, even though there is that, investors bought more homes than they sold, according to Realtor.com. So the trend adds challenges or unwelcome competition to would-be homebuyers in bidding wars. And so one thing the government did was it ordered the federal housing finance agencies to give buyers a 30-day window to make offers on more than 12,000 homes that failed to sell in foreclosure auctions, as opposed to large institutions. So deductive reasoning. Investors buying homes will result in more bidding wars, would result in more housing unaffordability or a greater percentage of renters, and then people will be, as a result, moving to more affordable areas or moving out of state. And so I don't think it's going to have as much greater effect in the Los Angeles County area because the price to rent ratio or the gross rent multiplier in Los Angeles is pretty high. So I think investor buyers will invest in lower price to rent areas so they'll have a better return on their investment. In other words, they're going to get more rent for their money if they go out of the area. So Los Angeles, the gross rent multiplier or the average price to rent is about 18.8%. So it makes much better sense to move to Pittsburgh, Miami, New Orleans, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta, where you could buy, I guess, twice the amount and get double the rent. So in other words, if you bought a house in LA for let's just say $500,000, and you went to Pittsburgh, you could get two of those and get double the rent. So if you're an investor in Los Angeles, you may consider actually selling your property and then moving your equity to another area like these five areas, these five cities, and then get more rent for your money. Just a thought. Any real estate questions, feel free to call or text me, no obligation. If you're thinking about selling your property, look in the description below on the video of how to sell your property for top dollar, the strategy that I used. If you're looking at considering buying a property, look at my video on the Dream Home Finder program. It gives you the opportunity to have access to unlisted properties that are not on the mobile listing service where there is no buyer competition. Have a great day. Take care.